Anyway.
It smells like kerosene almost being burnt.
On March 26, 2021, Marion County deputies in Florida responded to a welfare check for 77-year-old Alice Trench. When an officer arrived at the home, something felt off. What he didn't know is that this would be the most disturbing call of his career.
Classic. Florida, most of career.
That's in. Hey, I came out here to do a well-being check on someone, and when I walk up to the door, it smells like kerosene burning kind of smell.
Oh,
and there's no one coming to the door. I don't know how to explain the smell, but it does not smell great. It smells like something like, it smells like kerosene. I don't like the friggin' smell of it when I walk up to the door.
Kerosene's very specific.
And I don't know what it is. It stinks, but it doesn't smell like dead people. It smells like, yeah, kind of chemically. I'll just hang it out front and
like
actually, I'll walk
airplane
around
fuel.
the property to see if I can see anything out back. There's a tall fence, but I'll see if I can stand over it. It just says she's been trying to call her all morning. Hey, it's the 6412. Can you have fire rescue respond? Like, when I walk up to the door here, it smells really bad, like a kerosene, propane-y smell. Awesome. They don't have to be 1018, but it's just funny smell, and I don't want to open the door and the house blow up.
Wait, I thought kerosene was airplane fuel, no?
Hey, how are you doing today? Have you seen that neighbor recently? Not this one, two houses
guessing
down.
there's no smell usually? They just add it so you know it's fuel?
I don't usually go over there at all.
Gotcha. You haven't seen him driving in and out recently or anything?
Not today.
Did you see him yesterday?
Yeah, she goes up and down the street quite a bit.
Like walking or?
No, driving.
Driving? Okay, what does she drive? Is it the car that's in the driveway? It's like a dark, kind of grayish black Cadillac?
Yes, that one.
Okay.
Is her car.
Gotcha. Her daughter's calling, worried about her, and I've knocked on the door and it smells kind of gassy, like propane. So I don't know. We're waiting on fire rescue.
Go knock on it, maybe she.
No, don't knock on the door.
He gets in so much trouble. Does she know that it's a wellness check, maybe? Only because, the police are called so much because of Nick, her grandson.
Who's her grandson?
All I know is by Nick. I don't have anything to do with him.
What's he look like?
He's a nice-looking young man.
Has he ever been found
Oh, she
not with
seems like a
clothes
very
on?
nice lady.
I don't
know.
No.
I really don't know.
We found a young guy not too far down the road from here without any clothing on.
Today?
And he wouldn't tell us his name. We couldn't figure out who he was. It was probably about an hour or two ago.
I know that the police have been there a lot, and I feel.
Well, she seems very lucid. She speaks a nice, eloquently.
He's not a teenager, but I know one time there must have been 15 officers that came down, and they were pounding on her door, and they were saying, "Louder, I'm going to bust the door down." She had to be scared to death.
I hope that's me when I'm older.
I'm going to talk to him real quick, see if he's maybe seen him this morning. Thank you. Sir, how you doing today? Have you seen them today?
No.
No, you haven't seen either one of them?
No. She's home because the car's there. Now, early this morning, about 3 o'clock, I went up to get a newspaper. His bedroom's right there. His light was on, so he was there then. And I'm talking about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Do you know if they use like kerosene lanterns or anything for heat?
I have no idea. But he's got so many tools in that shed, he probably could have one.
Okay, there's like a kind of a gas smell coming from the door, so I don't want to open it.
Really?
And it could just be he may be working on something in the garage and it's
3
getting out
a.m.
there.
newspaper.
I don't want to open the door and it be whatever it may be.
Usually you get the paper at like fucking 4:30 in the morning.
All right.
That's all I can tell you.
No,
it
right.
doesn't print before
we'll
that.
Out until fire is going to get here and make sure there's nothing worrisome as far as that smell. I'm going to hang out behind my car. What is it? You want me to tell them to send an engine, or are they already coming?
They already got one coming.
It appears it's possibly a fire inside. Fire's making entry.
It's a scary job being a firefighter. I mean, imagine some guys cooking up some fucking natural gas like explosion.
So it was either smoldering or...
They're just walking in there
That's
like...
what I was wondering. But I'm not going over there because it smells bad.
We've seen it before. Criminal guy who's like cooking up an explosion.
Yeah, well, we just got the son earlier. He was running naked like a mile that way, and he lives here. I'm about to tape it up for crime scene.
Shortly after fire crews entered the home, they reported a deceased individual, shifting the case to a homicide investigation. As the scene developed,
I know it sounds crazy. This was absolutely insane. But what if this decision is so dire, you can't deal with it with the Bearcat, whatever, and they just fucking sent a missile down the middle, bang! Of course, they wouldn't fucking land on somebody else. Like I'm not trying to be weird, but like an actual missile, like a war missile, bang in the middle. Guys, What? It wouldn't cause any damage to anybody else? It would only hit that one target.
First officer realized the strange call from earlier that day about a naked man outside a nearby daycare might be connected. That man was identified as 31-year-old Nicholas Trench, the grandson of the woman believed to be inside the house.
Okay,
the naked guy that we had to go out with?
Probably not. I was probably going to call him.
There was a naked guy, I can't think of his name, last name's Trench, Nicholas. You know that daycare place on the right if you're heading towards the Oaks? Like in the back of that plaza?
Yeah.
He was over there naked, and he destroyed the fence and was washing himself off with the hose. Shortly after that, I guess it's been about an hour and a half or so now later, I got a signal 54 here for well-being check, and I go up to the door.
This sounds interesting.
It was like kind of kerosene-y, but it made me a little lightheaded. So I went back up and I knocked again. I smelled it again. I didn't feel right, and I was like, I called fire. And I guess she's in there on the bed.
Can they not put something that can test the air?
Go through the woods to see if we can find any clothing or anything in the
Chat,
woods from here.
place. What about an analytical bomb? Hold on. It's not a bomb, but it's a device. You fucking toss in there, right? Enters the home through a window, and it starts to suck in air and analyze the air components to see what kind of mixture there's in the air. Maybe some natural gas, maybe CO2 or whatever.
When you got here, was the door still locked?
I didn't try and open it because I didn't know if it was propane leaking or whatever.
Oh, so you smelled something and said, hey, I'm not going in.
I backed out, yeah.
Okay. And you guys were originally called for a well-being check here. It's a hell of a day so far, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is your first homicide?
First one on my own, yeah.
Inside the home, investigators made a disturbing discovery. The victim had been decapitated and dismembered. By law, interior footage of the residence is withheld to protect privacy.
You good in there?
Yeah, I shut the water off in the shower just to preserve any kind of evidence that's in the shower. Other than that, I mean, I looked around. I mean,
who turned that on?
It was on.
I wonder who turned it. We didn't turn that on.
I'm sure he did it.
Okay.
So we're gonna be looking for a head and an arm because I did not see it in the bathroom.
Oh, great. And he was between here and that daycare?
Yeah. So we got a canine coming.
I was walking through the woods looking for his clothes earlier.
See a head? Okay.
Yeah, we've seen the house blow up because of fucking gas leaks.
Like a kerosene can by the front door.
So there's your smell.
Or drone, yeah.
Pretty soon we'll become little pawns in this game.
You and me both.
That's it, pal.
Even for the smart people.
The wisers.
Hey, no play.
Wisers, because they figure out why. They're the ones that figure out why that shit happened. We mitigate tragedy. That's what we do.
Okay, there is a suitcase when you walk in that front bedroom. There's a red suitcase on the floor with a bunch of those blankets. Body parts could be in that suitcase. Okay.
As the homicide investigation at the house continued, deputies already had their potential suspect in custody. Nicholas Trench had been detained earlier that day following the daycare incident. He was now being transported to the Marion County Jail, where he'd be placed in a holding room and questioned about the death of his grandmother.
Keep walking. All right, we're not gonna play that game. Come on.
You can do this guy, man.
Left foot, right foot. See, much better.
Heavy right there.
Yo, man. They need to stop putting their phone next to that pocket, man. It's so loud, man. It's schizo shit.
Hot down here, hardcore.
Yeah, we just passed evidence. All right, come on. Have a seat right there in that seat. We'll get you some water.
Thank you.
Yep, have a seat right there. I'll be right back. You said you wanted a water, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What is wrong with this creature?
All right.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a good day.
Yep.
Yo. Something's not with this guy. Ew! What's wrong with this creature? What is he doing?
Hey, how are you? Did you get enough to drink?
Yes.
My name's Billy. This is John. We're detectives here at the sheriff's office. What's your first name?
Nicholas.
And your last name?
Church. Now you're gonna have to go over. I'm sitting in a room with two detectives. I woke up in
It's like
jail.
an evil man,
30,
evil
40
creature.
minutes ago.
And we're going to talk about a lot of things.
You all cut up. Are you all right? What happened to your hand?
Well, I do remember one thing before waking up in jail. I fought something that you guys think, or if I even said, you put me in a moving bin.
Can you just take us through your day?
Well,
You said that you woke up.
besides waking up in jail, I was attacked by another man.
Can you take us through that? Tell us what happened. What
I
happened?
don't really want to go into the graven details, but
See, you're kind of scratched up there.
these are quite thin and they're warm scratches, and they come from something that has long nails and very sharp nails.
Where did that
Something?
happen? Where were you at when you were attacked? Where do you live at? Do you know your address?
Southwest 75th Terrace.
Is that where you woke up this morning?
No, I woke up in jail. Where was I arrested at?
Daycare?
Yeah, daycare?
Tell us, where did you get attacked?
I'm guessing it would be in between my house and that daycare, because there's a daycare off of the road that you turn on the road to my house.
Who do you live at the 75th Terrace house with?
My grandmother.
Where's she at right now?
I don't know.
What is your grandmother's name?
Alice Trench. Yeah, I just remember feeling like real drunk, and then I'm walking around and I'm trying to get out of the sun, and I remember walking out of the woods to this parking lot, and then I just tried to go walk up to where there's shade. I heard a bunch of people yelling and stuff. I didn't know I was naked. I didn't feel I was naked or anything.
Do you use drugs or alcohol?
I used to. I've been on probation for a little while now. I almost feel like I was, like hypnotized or something.
Where did you go to bed last night?
It's a random question. You ever heard that Led Zeppelin song?
Which one?
That Smell.
Is that Led Zeppelin?
Yeah. Ooh, that smell. Can't you smell it?
I've heard that. I've heard that song.
That's a good song, isn't it?
It is. So, what's going on with the grandma?
She's an elderly lady. She kind of hangs out at the house all day with the cats. And
have you guys had any problems? You guys get along okay?
I mean, as much as you could with an elderly lady, Why are you asking me about my grandmother?
We're just trying to figure out, obviously you don't remember where you were, and just trying to get a little bit of history, man.
I remember his small bro.
It's just me and my grandmother. My grandfather passed away about a year or two ago. She's not in the best of health, so I choose to work at the house instead of having to be away from the house.
He's gonna slip.
My grandmother okay.
We're hoping you can tell us.
What are you trying to insinuate?
I'm not trying to insinuate.
Where?
We're trying to ask you where you were. Most people, unless they experience a significant brain injury or something like that, they're going to remember at least some details about what happened with their day.
I don't remember anything. The last thing I remember was I'm at my house and I'm working on...
What were you working on?
You talk to Billy. I'll be right back.
I think I was working on a friend's Hyundai. It was maybe like Monday or Tuesday.
And you don't remember any of the rest of your week?
He's trying to Walter White out of this, but he's gonna slip for sure.
Pretty nasty cut you got on your hand there. You cut yourself with like a saw or something?
I got attacked by somebody. What the f*** is this? Oh my god.
What happened there?
Oh.
You got some good scratches there, man.
What's today?
Friday.
And this whole
That's awful, dude. Fuck this guy.
Yeah. Come on, you know what happened.
I came home I was around the corner at a friend's house. I usually forget my keys, but she never leaves the door unlocked. The door was unlocked.
All right, what happened when you got home?
I walked in the house and there was somebody else in there. And then I just went, that's where I was attacked at. I remember the alarms waking me up. Beep, 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 beep. I went running after somebody. And then I wake up and I'm on a cold bench in jail.
Where was your grandma when you came home? When this person attacked you, what did you do to defend yourself?
I remember going to go towards my room, but I looked towards the left, and my grandmother wasn't laying on a bed. I said, "Man," I didn't get a response. And then that's where a fight happened. It happened somewhere right by the front door. And I'm out cold, and the fire alarms are going off. I wake up. I chased after somebody through the woods, and then I wake up and I'm by a daycare.
That's
well, I'm not a psychologist or anything like that, okay? But sometimes when people experience really traumatic things, their brain can shut out parts of experiences, right? We kind of want to find out what it is that you don't remember, because that's really, really important.
There was this old man.
He said, what?
What it is that you shut out parts of experiences, right? We kind of want to find out what it is that you don't remember, because that's really, really important.
Oh, that was
There was
hard.
this old man that I used to help out. Everything I did for this man,
Find that, no?
He always found some type of wrong in it. He would play a lot of these like mind games, and my grandma would tell me, "Stay away from this guy, stay away from this guy."
3 a.m. newspaper guy.
I never listened to her about people. His name was Robert. And I remember being very worried about Robert.
What does he have to do with this?
He was just a very close friend of mine. After me and him had a falling out, I wouldn't be at home sometimes, and I would get like a feeling he's going to do something to me or my house or my grandmother. I would always worry about my grandmother. And a good friend of mine, my friend that lives around the corner, says, "I don't want him in my house." He would say these weird things, and he was into voodoo-related.
This guy, he's a storyteller guy. He's just a liar for sure.
Spiritual stuff. He would always talk about the spiritual. He would make you feel terrified sometimes.
We deal with a lot of dangerous people.
Weird guy, man. He's a weird guy.
Yeah.
I would always wonder, as we had that falling out, I felt this dude's gonna seek some type of revenge.
They haven't pressed him yet.
Well, what happened in the house, man? What happened? There's something you're not telling us.
I fought a man in the house.
I just want to see
Next thing I know, I'm waking up with the fire alarms going off.
But you don't know who this person is?
I want to say it was Robert.
You want to say it was Robert. Why don't we take a break for a second? I want you to think really hard, because the important part is what happened when you got that you don't remember, okay?
now 48 months and cop content life have keep up the juice xQcl.
My God, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. Sick mother, man. If I get my hands on that mother.
Yeah, but is he on tweak though?
Alright. Okay, so we got some detectives looking into some stuff, okay? Listen,
Can I see a picture of my house?
what do you mean, like a picture, or?
This is my grandma.
No, I don't think you did.
That's my grandmother. I know he.
No, I don't think you did, man. I think you got some stuff that you need to get off your chest. I think there's probably some stuff that you're kind of embarrassed to talk about, but we talk to people all the time. Nobody in this room is going to judge what happened to you, okay? We have to get that information from you, or we have to assume the worst. We want you to tell your story and tell us what happened today. Are you going to talk to us, or are you just going to look at your feet? We know that you guys didn't get along and you had a lot of problems. How'd you get gasoline on you? You smell like gasoline.
You're smelling things, because I was trying to remember. By the kitchen, I went to go see Alice. She wasn't laying on the bed, and the shower was running. And then I wake up and there's black smoke. I go running into the
Oh, now he remembers that.
But I'm barefooted. Why am I barefooted?
Did you get into an argument with your grandma? I talked to a detective that said that you guys, like, argue a lot. Like, she would
talk to a what?
A detective that used to work a case involving you.
This guy does the fake that's so better than usual people, but still bad.
Didn't you get arrested or something?
What are you talking about?
Did you get arrested?
I take care of my grandmother. What are you trying to insinuate? I told you Robert Dalton was in my house.
Is it possible you mistook Robert for somebody else, like your grandma?
You know what? This conversation
is how you act after smoking weed.
I see what you're doing.
I see what
you're trying to do.
We're just trying to figure out what happened.
I told you Robert Dalton was in my house, and I was attacked by Robert Dalton in my house. I see what you guys are trying to do. You're a f***ing scumbag. You know that? You're a piece of shit.
We're just trying to figure out what happened to your grandma.
This conversation's over, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they had to press at one point, so they just shut down when they pressed them, is what it is.
I would never, ever, ever do anything that wasn't great with it. Damn, man, I'm up. Why was I naked? You still, this is being recorded? I don't smell like anything.
Yeah, probably the thing is, in my opinion, is that they let him yap too hard. Like, commit to big-ass long stories of dog shit. Should get them on the leash a little bit.
Making wild accusations that are not true. And not only is he doing that, but look at these injuries.
Come on, Buck.
Watch your step going down right here. Oh. Good job. Yeah, pretty much. Not a big fan of Florida, though. All right,
watch your head when you
No, feeling trapped is part of what they do.
Like I said, it's going to be warm.
Kill. Okay. Why'd you call me killer? We'll never harm a soul. Never harm anybody.
All right, appreciate it.
Call me if you need anything.
Will do.
The victim was identified as 77-year-old Alice Trench. Her grandson, Nicholas Trench, was charged with second-degree murder.
Fucking Robert Dalton!
Yeah, yo, what's up with people killing their, like, elderly and shit? Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people, man? Like, isn't there a life they could go live? I'm like, come on, bro.
And abuse of a dead body. Investigators determined he strangled and beat his grandmother to death before decapitating her and severing her left arm. The body parts were placed in a laundry basket inside the shower, where water was left running. He then set a fire inside the home in an attempt to destroy evidence. He ultimately pleaded guilty and, in August 2022, received a life sentence. He is currently incarcerated at the Dade Correctional Institution in Homestead, Florida, with no eligibility for early release except through a governor's pardon or clemency.
What a fuckhead. What was that, the end?